Hey everybody, this is Richard. So today is Monday, the 23rd of January, and I was doing another recording just showing kind of today what was going on. And right now this is being recorded live. So what I want to show you first is that we did have a Emerald day trade occur. That's this guy right here. And right now it's up about $860 per unit traded. So far it's going really well. The fill that we had would have been somewhere in here around 4,009 on the S&P E-minis. So we had that trade. We're still in that trade, and we'll be in that as long as this top line with the dashes there, the light colored green, that's the one that, or the bright green, that's the one that says that we are in a strong up state right now. And so as long as it's in that, we're going to stay in this trade. If that stops and you get kind of a forward slash, then that means that we're not in a strong up anymore, and we might be in a weak up, but at that point it'll start looking to get out of the trade. So right now though, we're in the trade, and it'll hold for at least a bit longer. Over here, this is the options strategy. This is the one that is in Emerald and also Noble. And it also triggered at around 810 Mountain Standard, and we sold a 4010 S&P put, and then we bought a 3990 put, and I believe we collected about 6.75 points of premium on that trade. And so what we want is for the S&P to close above 4010 today, because these are same day expiration options. If you've seen my other videos though, you're going to know about all this, so some of it's kind of repeat. But what I'll do is, and by the way, this algorithm here is traded on Noble and also Paladin. So that's, Paladin trades all of these algorithms that you see here. This bottom right algorithm, just so you know, this is the day trade long algorithm. And then over here, this is the momentum S&P algo. And so when you combine all these together, you have Paladin, which trades a total of 8 strategies. So there's 2 right here. There's 1 here, 1 here, and so that's 4, and then there's 8 on the options. So with the options though, every 10 minutes we have the potential for new trades, and so right now we're just in the 1 spread, but as time goes on, it's very likely that we're going to get into a few more. So I'll just let it run. I'll fast forward when I go back and do editing, I'll fast forward the video, but for now I'll go ahead and just let it run. And so thanks again for watching. So it looks like the Emerald day trade is hitting new highs as we speak. So right now we're actually up about $1,700 per unit traded. And again, it's hitting new highs. So, and it also looks like in about 3 minutes, about 3 minutes, we'll get another 3 spread trades that are going to trigger because we recently have just crossed some of the thresholds that are being monitored. And again, this options algorithm, really what it's doing is it's looking at the past to determine, based on a few different key points throughout the morning, how often that has happened in the past, and then when it happened in the past, how often did the market close above the key points that are being looked at. And we use that to determine if we're going to place a put spread or not. And so it uses sort of a walk forward technique in order to determine what it's going to do. But yeah, it's an options algorithm that it'll do basically another 3 right now. So the first one is going to be seen on Noble and Paladin, and then on the new 3, the first one of those, same thing. The first one will be on Noble and Paladin, and the next 2 will be seen on only Paladin, because Noble trades 5 algos. It trades the 3 day trades that are in this strategy, the 1 day trade on this one. That's 3 total day trades, and then 2 options is what it'll do. So we'll just keep watching it here, and we'll see it populate on the screen once it triggers. And again, that's in about 2 minutes. So I'll let it run though, and then I'll just fast forward so that you don't have to sit around and wait for the market to close. That is when I do the editing. This is probably a good time real quick though to just talk about the risk disclosure. So remember that trading futures options involves substantial risk of loss. It's not appropriate for all investors. I'm not a CTA, so we offer the algorithms under a letter of direction. I'm what's called a third-party developer. And keep in mind also that past performance is not indicative of future performance. And with that, I'll stop talking. When I do the editing, I'll kind of fast forward so that you don't have to wait. Okay, so it looks like we had 3 more options trigger, as I mentioned we would, more than likely. And it looks like they were the 40-45/40-20 puts spreads that we did. So we sold the 40-45 and bought the 40-20. And then we also did a 40-45 and a 40-25. So that one was a 20-point spread, but all 3 of those triggered at the same time. Now the 10 o'clock Mountain Standard candle just formed, and it looks like there were no trades created, no new ones, and so it looks like that's going to be it for the day. So what this means is that, and we're in the day trade still, the Emerald day trade long, and it's up about 1700. So far it's a good trade. Looks like the market was pulling back a little bit, and we'll see what happens here. If it'll will sell off the rest of the day, or if it'll maintain these levels, or maybe even rally. Again, this is done live, so I really don't know what's going to happen, but we'll just kind of let it run and see. With this one though, the option, this I know can be a bit confusing because we are in 4 different option spreads, but they're all bullish. This first one, we just want the market to close above 40.10, and we will keep all the premium collected on that one. For these new ones, they're all 3 of the short strikes are at 40.45, and so what we want is the market to close above 40.45, and I think, did I say below the 40.10? I meant above. So above the 40.10 for this one, and above the 40.45 over here. So if it closed right now at 40.43, we actually would still be profitable because we collect premium when we do these spreads. That gives us a buffer of usually at least 5 points, which would make it 40.40. But a lot of times it's a bit more than that, sometimes even double that amount. So, but yeah, we'll just have to see. But I'll stop talking, I'll fast forward, or when I do the editing, I'll fast forward the video so we can see how we close out. But if we just want above 40.45, and then all 4 of these options will be profitable. And then the Emerald day trade long, if that were to happen, it would also be substantially profit, or it would have a really nice profit. Okay, so right here is where we get out of the Emerald long trade. So notice that we bought at 4008.25, we sold at 4048.75. That was a total profit of 40.5 ES points. Each point's $50, so that's $2,025 per unit traded. And when you factor in commission, it's about $2,019 per unit traded. So this obviously was a great trade, and I am doing this audio recording now after the market has already closed. And so we know that the market did sell off from here. So the Emerald did a really good job of trading the market, almost timed it pretty close to perfectly as far as a day trade would go. But now if we look over here, the options, because of the sell-off, the options did take a hit in the final hour or so of trading, but one of them was still profitable. That first option that we had, that we needed the S&P to close above 40.10, was profitable, and so that was a $323 profit. The second one though was a loss, so that was a $239 loss. Now it was relatively small loss, roughly 10 S&P points, but since we collected about 6 when we sold the put vertical, it ends up being about a $239 loss. So if we look at Noble, which trades those 3 trades, Noble was up $2,103 per unit traded. Noble trades in a 40K unit size, so that's a gain of about 5.25%. So it was a really good day for Noble. Now if we look at Paladin, Paladin was just slightly worse, but that's only because it took the other 2 option trades that were also losers. So those other 2 were only losses of $176 each. And so on Paladin, the final results were up $1,750. The Emerald long plus the 4 option trades. So Paladin trades in $60,000 unit sizes. So that's a gain of about 2.91%. So overall, that was Paladin. Noble did a little bit better, but that's really because it trades in a smaller unit size, but then also it only took the first 2 option trades. But overall, today was a really good day for both Paladin and Noble. It certainly would have been nice if the market would have held on to its gains and closed above our strike prices. If would have done that, then these gains would have been even more. But as it stands, I think it was a really good day. So thank you again for watching. Remember that past performance is not indicative of future performance. Trading futures and options involves substantial risk of loss, and it's not appropriate for all investors. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.